So we're going to play a little bit of a game. The other day I was in my paddock by my shed and there were 4 six-tooth ewes, or rising six-tooth, 2.5 years old, all got the same dad. They were all around the shed. I grabbed a little bit of footage, and what I want you to do while we're looking through this footage is try to choose the best one. I've got 4 ewes here, all have the same dad. They've had 2 lots of lambs, and so they are rising six-tooths. Thanks, that's good. Right, this is number 9, and I'm not doing them in any particular order. It's just how they're standing. It's number 9. This is number 5. That's number 4. I should have bought some pallets out. 4, 5, and that's number 6. Now I know which one of these sheep is the best sheep. Hey, miss. So again, that's number 6. This is number 9. Excuse me. That's number 9. That's number 4. And that's number 5. I struggle to get those 2 around the right way. I'm still kind of working out which way they're meant to be. That is definitely, that's number 4, and that one there is number 5. Right, have you done that? Have you chosen the best ewe? I got some photos of them too individually, and I put these photos up on Facebook, and I asked people to choose the best ewe. Really interesting. A couple of people caught on what I was on about and said they can't really choose without data. Right, hopefully you've chosen your ewe, or you've ranked them in order. That's cool. Now I'm going to give you a little bit more information about each ewe. I've got 3 of them have just come up. They tend to hang out together, these 3 sheep. There's a couple of extras in here too, but I've got number 4, 6 and 9 are up here. Number 5 is elsewhere. I did bring my bucket of pallets to entice them. And what I'm going to do, as I said, I'm going to give you some information about them. Right, we're going to start with number 4, which is the one to the outside there with the dirty backside. Right, and people didn't tend to like her so much because of that dirty back end. But funnily enough, her sister, half sister, is my top Kala sheep, top Kala ewe lamb. Right, she's born to a ewe that just pumps out lambs, twins. I started in 21, so my first lambing was in 2021, and this girl herself was in that first 2021 lambing as a twin. Right, this girl here, she reared an okay lamb as a 2-tooth, so that was in 22, and then 23 she had the firstborn. It was an okay wether lamb, not amazing. I need that number 6 to come back. Right, so that's number 4. So she's reared me 2 lambs in those 2 years. Scanned, and possibly only with a single. They weren't certain though, there might be twins in there. So number 5, as you can see, I've got footage here in the paddock. She was born a twin, reared a twin, and then her mum in 2022 went on to get eczema. She had 1 live lamb, 1 dead lamb. She was culled out of the mob, but I was a bit late getting the culling thing happening, so she went on to have another lamb, a single lamb, in 2023. Number 5 has, so she did lamb in 2022 herself. She had a little single ewe lamb. It never thrived, and it actually died shortly after weaning. In 2023 she had a lovely ewe lamb, a single, but it's an okay single. It's a nice lamb, it's good composition, it looks like I want it to look. But when we look at number 5, she's only successfully reared me one lamb, and she was one of the ones that on the Facebook page post that I put, people really liked. They liked that size and structure. So number 6 out here, 2021. She was born a triplet but reared a twin. Her mum the following year had a single that lost, was born dead, and then she had twins, her mum, and one was born dead. So her mum has now left the flock. Number 6, 22, had a single born dead, and then she had my biggest wether lamb in 23. So she does know how to milk, but that loss of lamb, she was lucky to get a second chance. So she's reared one lamb in 2 years. Hey, number 9. So here's number 9. So number 9, she was born 21 as a triplet and reared a triplet, and that's why she's a bit small. Hey miss, you're a little bit small. In 22 she had a single. She had it late. I remember her having it late, and she didn't shed quite as nicely as she could have as a hogget, but she did fully shed. But she had a lovely single that she reared through, and it caught up with the other live lambs of that year. In 2023 she had twins. Now really interesting too, those twins. One of them was in the top kill mob, the wether lamb, and the ewe lamb's a lovely little ewe lamb, and is as big as number 5's ewe lamb. But she reared twins. She's gone three lambs in the 2 years. Her mum, 3 for 3, 2 for 3, and 2 for 2. And her mum also reared the second biggest wether lamb, competing against number 6's single. But when we go through it, when we put some data down, number 9's the winner. She's not the biggest sheep, but she's big enough. But she's a really big sheep in a really small sheep's body. Now, number 9 here, when you get the data, the only thing I can really find wrong with her is this back claw, the one on this side, back right. It's a bit wonky in the back feet, but everything else on her is pretty sound. She managed to rear bigger lambs. Where others reared 1, she managed to rear 2. So I'm hoping that I'm certainly hopeful that she's going to go on and try and compete with her mum. Her mum is the top ewe in my flock, and that is why this ewe is just performing, because of that history there as well. It gives her a better chance of performing. Not a guaranteed chance, but a better chance. She has been scanned too, and they said, yeah, there's definitely 2 in there, maybe 3. She's also, even though I've got a very small flock, I'm applying many principles that you would in a bigger flock, or the bottom end of your stud flocks even. I'm not SIL recorded, but I've just also got a sheep crate. It was donated. I'm rehoming it for a friend. Bit of a tidy up, and I'm just going to use that to weigh my sheep, to give me more information about which sheep are going to grow and to provide me with the most profit. Of those ewes there, 2 of them haven't even covered their costs to get them to where they are now. 1 lamb in 2 years, and hey, this is very normal. Remember, not everyone mates their hoggets. A lot of them are lambed as two-tooths, and so that's when you start recovering some of the cost of getting them to that age. Whereas we've got the number, so that's number 5 and number 6. They haven't even covered cost yet. Number 4, she's covered costs. And interesting enough, when we look at the descendants in the flocks as well, the first 2, the poorer ones, their mums have only provided me with 2 descendants in the flock. Second best one, her mum's provided me with 4 descendants in the flock. And then number 9, number 9's made me money. She's the only one of those sheep, if you look at the cost of grazing, that's actually made me any money. And her mum has put 8 descendants into my flock. You can see why. And number 9's relatives have a tendency to perform like number 9 does. And that's why number 9's my star. The downside of number 9 is that back foot. Totally aware of that. And I'm watching that really carefully in her offspring, and I'm going to be really careful on the rams that I use to sire her, to try and improve and move that trait forward. Funnily enough, number 5, her half sister, is my top Carla sheep, because I've Carla tested my ewes again to get more information. Number 9, her half sister, is one of my poorer ones, unfortunately. So again, I will be looking for rams to improve that situation. But if we're going to spend this money on raising these sheep, especially if we're not lambing them down until they're a 2-tooth, we want to pick those winners as early as possible. And that's what this is about, using the data. Even if you only have growth rates, it might be better than not having growth rates. In an upcoming video, I'm going to discuss ewe lamb selection across lifestyle, across commercial, and across stud flocks. So look out for that one. And we're going to cover a little bit more of this in using it and comparing different techniques of culling and choosing sheep. I've enlisted a bit of help from Grant from Enfield Genetics on that video. She's also half a condition score down, so that ewe there, she's a 4, she's a 3.5, and that makes it, people kind of look at it and she doesn't look quite as good. But be very careful of just buying the biggest, the fattest, because they are often big and fat because they haven't done as much work. Here's my star. Look at it. So hopefully you've learned a little bit that without the data, without the information, you're only buying half the sheep. You're only getting half the idea. I've bought a lot of sheep in the last couple of years, considering the number of sheep that I have, and I bought some really good ones and some really crap ones based on the fact that I had no data. And most of the sheep that I sell, I try to sell with a little bit of information on them. Very primitive. But if you get into the SIL records, especially when ram buying, you will find that the chances of success are greater. And that's what this is about. You need to look at that data. Hey, miss. Hope that's been helpful. Talk to you again soon. Catch you later.